Charanam. Krishnavarnam Tisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Yagnaihi Sankirtana Prayair Yajantihi Sumedhasaha Antah Krishnam Bahir Gauram Darshitangadi Vaibhavam Kalau Sankirtanadhyai Smaha Krishna Chaitanyamashritah Jayatam Mathura Bhumau Srila Rupa Sanatanau Yau Vilekayatastatvam Gnapakau Pustikam Kopi Tadbandavo Bhatto Dakshinadvija Vamshajaha Vivicha Velikad Grantham Likhitat Vruddha Vaishnavaihi Tasyadyam Granthanalegam Kranta Vyutkranta Khanditam Pariyalochath Paryayam Krutva Likhati Jivakaha Yasri Krishna Padam Bhoja Bhajanekabhilashavan Tenaiva Drishyatametad Anyasmai Shapathorpitaha Srimad Bhagavatam Sriman Mantra Deshikamishwaram Srimad Bhagavatarthanam Sandarbham Kartumashraye Athanatva Mantra Gurun Gurun Bhagavatarthadan Sri Bhagavata Sandarbham Vashmi Lekhitum Yasya Brahmeti Sangyam Kochidapi Nigame Yati Chinmatra Satta Pyamso Yasyam Shakaiswair Vibhavati Vashayanneva Mayam Pumamscha Yekam Yasyaiva Rupam Vilasati Paramavyomni Narayanakyam Sasri Krishno Vidhattam Swayamiha Bhagavan Prema Tatpada Bhajam. Hare Krishna. Okay, tell what we discussed in the last class. Yes. Akshay Hari Prabhu.
Yesterday we were discussing about the Karika Vakya, Avtari Vakya, and the Vishya Vakya, and every Anucheda in the
Which Vakya?
Avtari Vakya
Avatari.
and Vishya Vakya.
Yes.
And you gave the that every Anucheda in the starting Jiva Goswami gives Avtari Vakya, and the
Yes.
Vishya Vakya is Bhagavatam. And the
Avatarika Vakya.
Avatarika Vakya. And the Bhashya, the explanation, he takes the Bhagavatam, the commentary of a Bhagavatam, it works as a Bhashya for the Avtari Vakya, Avtarika Vakya.
Yes.
And then it comes about the commentary, which commentaries of Bhagavatam, and you mentioned the commentaries of Shrida Swami, wherever Shrida Swami is exactly inclined with the Vaishnav philosophy.
Yeah.
And he also mentioned the philosophy of Shri Bhashya, Ramanujacharya, and somewhere Jiva Goswami also mentioned the Madhvacharya's commentary on the Bharat Sandarbha, Bhagavad Sandarbha, and Vedanta Sutra commentaries.
Oh, no. He didn't say that Madhvacharya's Bhagavad Nirnaya and Bharat Nirnaya. And based upon that, he is going to give the commentary like
no,
that?
He put his thoughts on those.
Confused actually, a little bit. Ashay Gaurang Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Carry on.
Yeah, and wherever Jiva Goswami make to present his idea.
Yes.
And which idea he want to support it directly from the original Shruti, like Veda Upanishad. And if those slokas are not found in the Shruti, then he will use the Madhvacharya's books, where Madhvacharya directly is more authorized on this Vedarth things. So from there he will get the original sloka and he will quote those sloka.
Yes.
Because he's very authorized person in that subject.
Yes. That's the point. Actually, Madhvacharya's Bharata Nirnaya, Mahabharata Nirnaya, Mahabharata Tatpari Nirnaya, Bhagavad Tatpari Nirnaya. In those books are also commentary on the Vedanta Sutras, Madhva Bhashya. From all these three books, so the quotations, that means slokas, even those are all not available in the original book, but if they are mentioned in the commentary, then he will be taking those. Because so he is seeing all the Shastras like how Vasudev is seeing. Madhvacharya, he himself is saying in his Tatparya Nirnaya entry at the introduction point. So he was saying this. So that's why we are taking. And also, so what we saw yesterday, Vishaya Vakyam is the Bhagavatam. And for that Bhagavatam, we establish anyway, Bhagavatam is the highest scripture and is the emperor Pramana. Then after that, for just to explain that Bhagavatam sloka, we are taking the commentary from Sridhar Swami. If it is, yeah. Yes,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sorry to interrupt, but I would like to offer a Purva Paksha.
Yeah, yes.
That since we have Srila Madhvacharya's full Bhagavad Tatparya Nirnaya, what is the need at all for the Shat Sandarbhas?
Yeah. So
he is a Vaishnava.
Yeah.
And he is, I believe, it's covering the entire Bhagavatam. So someone may say, what is the need for an additional work by Jiva Goswami?
Yeah. So Madhvacharya, yes, he gave the Bhagavad Tatparya Nirnaya. So especially he wrote that to the audience, someone, that means Bhagavatam audience, they are getting trapped by the commentaries of the followers of Shankaracharya. So that's why it is written. And but we also here Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving the even the he is taking the few points from the each Vaishnava Sampradaya, two points. So we heard like that. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving the complete idea actually. It's Achintya Bheda Bheda. The thought of this school, this Achintya Bheda Bheda. Which is one way we can say it's a more clearly, that means we are seeing the meanings of the all the slokas directly in their mukhya vritti. That means their slokas are given fully justification, actually a full justification. And also Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the supreme personality of Godhead, so he is giving the teachings on Bhagavatam to Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami, and Jiva Goswami is hearing from them, and into according to the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is a need actually to write the real, that means complete understanding of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's why we are having this Shat Sandarbhas, which so we have the oneness with the Madhvacharya Sampradaya also one way, because they are also accepting the Krishna as supreme personality of Godhead, and we are also accepting. And but we have even more complete idea because of taking the aspect of the Veda, also Abheda. This Abheda aspect, since we are including in our philosophy, this is going to give the, that means the more and more closer meaning of the all the texts actually of this Srimad Bhagavatam. So in this way, some points I can say like this, but maybe even further we have to do research and substantiate the points. That means exactly the difference what we have with the Madhvites. So that can be done very philosophical way. It's just I am giving the just in a story way, but it's scholarly presentation means we should give the proofs also. That means this is the meaning they took, Madhvites they took this meaning for this Bhagavatam under sloka, and but this is the full meaning, or this is the complete understanding. So like that, systematically, I think we should do. Or maybe some acharyas, some Vaishnavas, they did already in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, but I have no full idea on that. Yeah. So in the yesterday's class, especially, we were thinking that Srimad Bhagavatam is in front of us. Then all of a sudden we have some kind of problem. Why we have to follow this Sridhar Swami? End of the day, you establish Srimad Bhagavatam as the ultimate scripture, and finally you are following the someone's meanings. So that means someone meanings on the Srimad Bhagavatam. So what is this? So it is looking like that. That means it is some kind of incompleteness we are feeling. Na? You are all feeling or not actually? Like something. Huh? So how to take the meanings of the Srimad Bhagavatam? So Shabda is there. Then after that, how to take the meaning of that Shabda? In the Shabda Pramana, what happens? We are hearing the words through our ears. Then after hearing those words, so to get really the cognition, knowledge, what we are doing? We are doing there, we are putting the meanings of the each word. And then after that, we are making the anvaya of those meanings. Then finally we are getting the knowledge. This is Sabda Bodha. So in this case, so this is pen or this is marker. If I say to all of you, you'll be getting the same knowledge or not? Like Prabhupada explains very simple way. But this is marker. I said, this is marker. You heard, this is marker. And you got the knowledge. That means that object is marker or not. Yes? And you are also getting the same. You are also getting, you are also getting, you are also getting. All are getting the same. Is there any difference? No. So that means in the Shabda Pramana, there will be no difficulty if we know the common meanings. The word this, the word is, the word marker. For all these sounds, these words, if you have the common meaning, then no problem. Everyone will be getting the same knowledge. Then it is easy if all the words are very familiar and common to everyone. But if you come to in the case of Srimad Bhagavatam, what is happening? Those words are having the many meanings. Each word is having the many meanings. So then what will happen? Everyone can interpret into different ways. Then what is the solution then? What is the solution? So that's why in the just I am giving the vague idea now. So once again I will come back to the Sarva Samvadini. So maybe I may take some days off. Maybe classes may not be there, 1 or 2 classes. So I will prepare and I will explain. But just to have some little satisfaction. That means even in that direction also there is a clarity is there. In taking the meanings of the words, there is a clarity is there. Already proper system is there. You cannot take the word meaning at any time, anyway. Randomly you cannot take and you cannot so derive any kind of meaning. No, it is also restricted actually. It is also restricted. So that's why, so until unless if you have some bad intelligence, crooked intelligence, So you may give the wrong interpretation. Otherwise, so everyone will get, even in the case of Srimad Bhagavatam, is the one conclusion only. There is no doubt in that actually. What it is making, what is making to get the one meaning from all these? That means inlined, one meaning means at least they are all inlined to the, and not the contradictory. Like you see the one sloka, if you take, Jiva Goswami is giving the one kind of explanation. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is giving another kind of explanation. But those two explanations are not contradicting each other. So those two are the two different explanations, but they are in line with each other. In line means no contradiction. So like this, the words, whatever are there in the Srimad Bhagavatam, so if you see, there is no contradiction between the people actually. So that means whoever is giving the commentaries, like you see, the Viragvacharya, or otherwise Sridhar Swami, or otherwise Jiva Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, all are giving their meanings in line to the one philosophy, that is Vaishnavism. They are all with the aspects of, in line with the aspects of Vaishnavism. So who is restricting this kind of freedom? Who is, that means there is some system to take the meanings of the words. You cannot take any meaning or every meaning and after that putting that and deriving this some new thing. That is not possible actually. What is the restrictions are there? What kind of restrictions? Those are, what I'm saying, you're all understanding or not? Taking the meanings of the words is not completely free choice. No. How it is regulated? The taking the meanings of the words is regulated actually, is properly regulated by the various systems. One is the system of, we'll discuss in future the importance of these things. Mukhya vritti, that means main meaning. Next, lakshana. Next, gauni. Mukhya vritti means taking the main meaning of the word. Example, Gangayam. Example, Gauhu Shuklaha, or anything. Cow is white. Here, the word cow is Sasnadimatvam Gotvam. White is the Varna, color, white color is the color. And this is the animal which is having the Sasna, dual. These are all the main meanings. So that means word can have the main meaning. The same word can have the Lakshana, can have the Gauni. It is having, like example, Gangayam Goshaha. Gangayam Goshaha. That means in the Ganges house. House is in Ganges. Ganga. House is in Ganga. So here, if you take directly the flow, water flow, Ganga means what? It is a river. It is a flow of water. So if you take here the Ganga meaning directly as it is the flow of water, then what will happen? This sentence is not having the any meaning. How it is possible a house in the water flow? Is it possible? It is an impossibility. So then in this situation, you cannot take the main meaning of this word, but you can take the Ganga means, instead of taking the flow of water, you should take the bank of that river Ganga. What you should take? The bank of the river Ganga. You should take that. So there is some prayojana to take like this. And some impossibility is there, and also some prayojana is there. We are not taking water because house is not possible in the water, but you are taking only the bank only, not that the, oh sorry, so not that the something which is very far, some 100 kilometers away, some forest is there, so you are not taking that. Lakshana. So like this, that means this is the river Ganga, and this is the bank, and now here is the one forest is there. So my house is in Ganges. If I say, you will be taking only this only, bank only, not the some forest which is very far from the river, because there is no prayojana in taking this. But taking this river bank is prayojana. That means in the bank you will be seeing the coolness and the purity of that Ganga. You can feel here in the bank. So that's why, so taking the bank is more advantageous than the taking the forest. Yes or no? So this is the just I will explain once again. Just I am giving the vague idea. So like this, words can have various vritti means meaning. Mukhya main meaning, secondary meaning, and gauna meaning. So like this, it is possible. So you have to just whenever in the Bhagavatam or any text if you take, so then this is a possibility. This is the systems are there. You cannot take secondary meaning whenever you want. No, simply without any cause, simply taking the secondary meaning and giving the some different total meaning. It is not allowed actually. When you can take the secondary meaning, and when you cannot, when you should take the main meaning, when you cannot take the main meaning, there is a system, and it's not that it's independent. So if you do independently, vaguely, then people will catch. That's why the fighting, why it is happening, because other sampradayas, so other people, so uh, there is a problem actually. Instead of taking the properly whatever is there, but they took some different thing. So that's why there is a war. Why war is happening? This is the reason actually. War is there. So, and one more point actually, if you thoroughly examine all the sampradayas, and if you examine those all sampradayas, the deeply, if you see inside all the philosophies, so after there is some incompleteness in those sampradaya philosophies, and if you fix that, every philosophy will become achintya veda. Understanding? All the philosophies, that is your research also. All of you also should do. What you should do? The idea is, in all the sampradaya philosophies, there is some incompleteness. I am not saying error. Error is different from the incompleteness. Okay? Some incompleteness is there. And if you fix that, then it will become achintya veda. Understand? So that is your task. Yeah. Just. Huh? Gauni means example, Simho Devadattaha. Example is, so this are the Simho Manavakaha. This Brahmachari is tiger. Okay, I am not doing any detailed discussion here. Just I am going to explain the systems, bro. I will explain once again everything, just to make you satisfied, because till the time I am going to take the class, so to make you happy and to make you stable, and should not think that this something is lacking in the Jiva Goswami's explanation. So I don't want to see that feeling, students feeling like that. That means, oh, maybe, so that kind of little also, they should not get any uh, uh, faithless actually.
Prabhu, about previous statement about Achintya Beda Beda Tattva
Yeah.
from all the other different philosophies means only Vaishnav Sampradayas.
All, even if you take the, even any philosophy you take, keep on fixing, then it will end with the Achintya Veda. Because they have to accept, because it is complete. Achintya Veda Veda is complete. So that means, so some are incomplete, then if you keep on adding, then it will become it only. It's that Shastra is one meaning only, it is giving. It is Mahavakya, everything is giving the one meaning. So that is the, so that's why since, so these words are there, so when we should take the Mukhya Vritti, when we are not taking the Mukhya Vritti, so based upon this, so that's differences are coming. Not only this, one more thing. So to restrict the in the world level, this kind of arrangement is there. In the world level, this kind of systems are there. Mukhya Vritti, Gauna, Lakshana Vritti and Gauna Vritti. And in the level of the text, not only many lines you take. So that context, to restrict the context properly, that means you cannot just derive any conclusion from that context. To derive the conclusion from the context also, there is a system. There are the different lingas. So different systems are there. What is that? Upakrama, Upasamhara, Abhyasa, Apurvata, Phalam, Ardhavada, Upapatti. What are the things which control? They control, these control the in the taking the any randomly the meaning of context. Okay, what are the Upakrama, Upasamhara, Abhyasa, Apurvata, Phalam, Arthavada, Upapatti. These what they do? What these factors they do? They will control. They will, or otherwise, they will control in deriving the context, the conclusion of the context. These are the factors you should consider. You cannot derive any conclusion randomly, whatever you want. You should follow the system. So after that, sometimes you will be having some statements are contradicting inside the text. Example, Srimad Bhagavatam only if you take. Yesterday we have studied Ayam Avataraha, you studied. And in the one another place you are studying in the third chapter, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And another place we are saying, that means he is avatari, according to that statement. And another statement is there, Krishna Avatara is there, Ayam Avatara. So Krishna is, Arjuna is saying in the 7th chapter of the first canto. So there is a chance in sometimes there is a contradiction among the statements also. Then also there is a system to how to resolve this. So there are resolving we can do like this. So Shruti, that means some statements in that Bhagavatam are the Shruti, Linga, Vakya, Prakarana, Sthana, next, Samakhyana. These are the different, this is the one system actually. This will help us how to resolve the conflict among the statements of any context. In that context, in the big context, you have the several statements, and among them there is some conflict is there, then how to resolve? There is a system, universally accepted. All are accepted by everyone, all the philosophies. Okay. And next, so like this, what I want to say, just I want to mention that these kind of things are there. We should not think that the word meaning can be taken any way, any randomly, and we can give any kind of meaning. No, this is the thing. And one more thing, even after having all these, also sometimes you'll be seeing this some differences. Then one may ask, still there is a wide the difference between the philosophies. So because even that means, even though so according to the capacity, actually according to the capacity, so they are able to apply these according to the capacity. They understood the truth. Based upon that, they are able to apply this. So ultimately, end of the day, this is also has to be applied only, na. This also has to be applied by the some individual only, na. So it will, there is a system is there. So it will also end of the day based upon understanding sometimes. So some people may take the randomly, that means Lakshana meaning. Instead of taking the main meaning, he took the Lakshana and he interpreted the whole truth in the different way. Example, Shankaracharya did the same thing. All the Upanishad statements, he took the everywhere Lakshana meaning. Why you are taking Lakshana meaning there? Why you are not taking the main meaning? If you ask, so already he is seeing the truth as Nirviguna Nirvishesh Chinmatra Satta, and based upon that he is keep on changing that means he is taking the meanings of that. So that's why there is some deficiency is there. Definitely there is some deficiency is there. So then who can give the full understanding? So whoever is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who he can give? Who is that Supreme Personality of God? That's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's why, so Lord himself is coming and he is giving. And other all are, so other tattvas. So our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving. So we are so fortunate actually being in this sampradaya, which is complete philosophy. And also path is given for us. If you see, then you can understand deeply. And so finally, the meaning of this, all the words are shown to us by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. With that parampara, we are connected actually to the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's why. So this is very unique opportunity actually of learning the Srimad Bhagavatam. Under the guidance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we are learning. And Sridhar Swami also, Jiva Goswami, what he is doing, he is not taking blindly actually. So whatever you heard from the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also he is also applying all these rules, and based upon that he is taking. If something is going against this, and also not only this, the meanings of the words. So main meaning, secondary meaning, whatever you are saying, these meanings are also, we are not just selecting any word meaning as anything. We are also having the Vyakarana system. So there is a Vyakaranam. You cannot just write anything and yes, this is my meaning. No, there why you are taking, what is the rule behind this, how that word you derived, how that meaning you derived. You have to give the justification. It's not so easy actually. So to cheat, not so easy. So if you cheat, you can easily caught also. If you cheat, you can easily caught. Vyakaranam is there, and also Nirukti is there. Nirukti is a dictionary, is a standard dictionary everyone accept, and it's directly Vedas. Vyakaranam, Nirukti, all these are all Vedangas. They are non-different from the Vedas. So that they are themselves are giving the meanings for us. It's not that the human being is manufacturing the meanings. Nirukta is there, and also other koshas also there. Koshas, Amara kosha, which is, of course, is also accepted by everyone, because this is whichever is given by the, which is in line with the Vedic text. It is following the conclusions of Veda, so it is also accepted as the Veda. So that's why we have the universally accepted koshas also there. So like this Siksha is there, Vedangas, totally you can consider Siksha. Siksha means the vocabulary, that means the words, the letters, the science behind the letters, which is Udatta, which is Anudatta, Swarita, Arhrasva, Dirgha, Pluta, and how many number of characters are there. Those are all, everything we have system. Everything we have system. Mm.
So everything is there, as you're saying, and what you are
Mm.
what you are implying, or it seems to imply, is that there's only one meaning which can be derived, which is reconciling all the different contradictions present in the Shastra. There's only one way we can really understand the Shastra, and that has to be Veda Abheda Tattva. If we're getting any other understanding, either it is wrong or it's incomplete.
It's incomplete, I said already.
Yeah, I'm just summarizing what you're saying. So now I'll post my objection. So there's a huge group of devotees who are practicing Sri Vaishnavism.
Yeah.
And we also hear from the Shastra that there some people may have the mood of worshipping the Lord as Narayan, as Lakshmi Devi. Now, since they exist and there is a way to reach them, it seems very odd that they will be not taking something which is more complete and more deep, or reconciles all the different things, than to take something which is incomplete and not the full picture. So my question is, can we use this Shastra, like whatever tools which we have, and convince any Sri Vaishnavism to take to Gaudiya Vaishnavism?
Of course, actually, it is possible. So, but we don't do that, because so there is nothing is problem actually, because they are also accepting the absolute truth. Vishnu is also is absolute truth. Is also means is a swamsha of the Krishna only. So we have no problem at all. So whatever the worship they do. So, but we try to convince we try to teach the others. That means others means Nirvishesha Sunyavadi, Paschatya Desha Tarane. These things we'll try, because they are leading to that means those philosophies are leading Jivatma to that means a horrible situation actually. They are into the more and more suffering. So that's why if you see, Brahman realization is compared, is lesser than the hell actually. Even if you go to the hell, at least you can get the association of Prahlad Maharaj and Bali Maharaj and go back to the Godhead. But if you go to the Brahman, then who will be going to preach you? Yes. So anyway, Mayavadis, they don't go because they are offending the Supreme Lord. There is no possibility of going to the Brahman. Brahmavadis are different from the Advaitavadis. So Advaitavadis, no Advaitavadi will go to the any. So because they are directly offending the Supreme Lords. So that's why what our acharyas are doing based upon all these tools which are available. So to correct the intelligence of this jiva, this crooked intelligence of the jiva. So they are trying to fix, they are trying to show the incompleteness or the defect in the some other philosophies. So Sunyavad, if you take, there is some defect, not incompleteness. There is a defect in that. So they are trying to fix. And in some philosophy, the defect is there. And some philosophies, anyway, they are also in line and they are about to reach to the perfection, ultimate. Krishna is the ultimate perfection. So, but still they are going to the Vaikuntha is no problem actually. What is the problem? So it's not a problem. So like this, we have the varieties of the philosophies, because they are applying these tools in a different way actually. That's the thing. So but we are very much, that means if you apply your all the end of the day, you will be individual and you should be satisfied na? So if you want to satisfy and you apply your everything, and you cannot find any defect in our philosophy. And it is completely, it is giving the all the kinds of the solutions, all the answers to you. And what is the problem to accept then? Understanding? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhu, I've got two questions in my head.
Yeah.
One of the questions, Prabhu, from your own reading of Upanishads, have you ever, like, I mean, I have not read Upanishads, you might have. So the question is, in the Upanishad, have they mentioned God's name, like as Krishna or any name, you know, have they mentioned the name? The second question, Prabhu, is linked to this one, is that I don't know if I've heard Srila Prabhupadaji's lecture, or my memory is not giving my, is with me. So either in Srila Prabhupadaji's lecture, or I have read it in some of the Acharya's book, that because there are several Brahmans and galaxies which come from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, when we see Krishna and we see Krishna Lila, it only talks about solar galaxy like Earth planet, you know, our planet. And we are seeing all Krishna's Swarupa or Leelas according to that. But they said there are, for that Supreme Personality of Godhead, there are, I don't know, three part of it is Nirakar, you know, Prabhu. So,
Three parts are?
are Nirakar Brahma, like Supreme Personality of Godhead, because there are so many Brahmans, so many galaxies. When we read Bhagavatam, Prabhu, then we know it is talking about Krishna Leela on the earth. And it talks about Golok and other things, but it doesn't talks about several Brahmans which we know Bhagavatam says about, right? There are so many, like our solar galaxy, our universe, there are several universes, right, Prabhu? So those Leelas descriptions have not been spoken here. And I have read, or I have listened to Srila Prabhupada. There was one point where he said there is a larger part of the Supreme Personality of Godhead which is Nirakar, you know. So can you, from your understanding, can you try to give some light on these two questions?
So first question, you are asking about?
Does Upanishads mentions the
Upanishads
name of
mentioned. So example is Gopala Tapani Upanishad. So it is about the Lord and Lord's pastimes, is directly describing actually. So Gopala Tapani Upanishad is there. And also, so definitely, surely, that means Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam. So there are these so many places where the Supreme Lord's name is mentioned actually. And Krishna name is also is mentioned. And but you cannot find very cheaply that, means everywhere, because he is the supreme, and that is a secret of all the secrets, and that secret always we keep in the locker. If you have gold, so you cannot put the gold on the just entrance door. You will be taking that and nicely keeping in the inside to locker to locker, locker to locker, and like that. So since Krishna is the, so is the secret of all the secrets, is a paramaguhyam actually it is. So that's why very fortunately we can see in the some places. So but it is a supreme, because it is a secret of all the secrets. If you properly analyze and properly understand the text with the systematically, then we can easily come to the real conclusion. There is no doubt in that. And next, you are asking, there are the several Brahmandas are there. Krishna Leela is with respect to this Earth planet is we are reading. So, but whatever it may be, so there is a big pot of the rice is there, and to test the rice, you don't need to go to the every grain of that pot. Just one grain is enough. And similarly, wherever Lord performs his leelas, all are transcendental. If you learn here about this leela, it is sufficient to learn the all other leelas also. Wherever he performs, whatever he performs, the quality is same. And that's why there is no need to go and check in the every Brahmanda. So what is happening? No need.
Yeah, Prabhu. No, so I'm not questioning that, Prabhu. The question is, there is a much more larger part of the Lord which is unknown. So there is a larger part of Lord which is Nirakar in that sense, because it cannot be known, Prabhu.
Which is
That's
not known is Nirakar. It's Vyapti is wrong. Yatra yatra agnanatvam tatra tatra nirakaratvam is not possible actually. This Vyapti is wrong actually. Whatever is unknown is. So first of all that, and larger part means Lord is infinite and we are infinitely small. So that's why yasya amatam matam. That means whoever says that I know Lord, actually he doesn't know anything. And whoever says that I know everything, I don't know, that actually he knows. So that's why end of the day, so we will try to understand, and we will try to understand in such a way, and in such a way, and in such a way. Lord is so infinite, and he is having the numerous and millions of the glories. So if we get this understanding, then that is a perfection. So that means doesn't mean that we are rejecting his infinite glories. We are knowing the few, and then after that we are understanding I am nothing in front of him, and he is the supreme, and he is having the millions and millions and millions and millions of the glories he is having. If you get this understanding, that means then with that respect you are saying that I don't know anything, then that is a perfection.
Thank you, Prabhu. That's perfectly. I'm on your line only. The point, the logic which is I'm struggling was there is not with what you said. I'm completely totality. I am there. The question I have is the logic which says that how can Nirakar Brahm can't be Sakar? His potential is infinite, so he can become Sakar. But then with the same logic we can say why Lord cannot be Nirakar, because
That's why Lord is Supreme Lord is having the infinite glories, infinite qualities. And if the Upasaka, so he is having the difference in their Upasana. So then based upon that, he will be showing himself. If Upasaka is seeing the Lord with the eyes of the knowledge, Gnana, then he will be manifesting in front of him in the form of Nirakara Brahman. He is having the infinite powers, and he can reciprocate with anyone with any way actually. If you want to see him as Nirakara, he is ready to manifest like that. And because, and why those people are rejecting? So why they are limiting the Lord's powers? Why they are saying the Brahman is only the Nirakara? Why can't it can have the infinite qualities? We are not rejecting their point actually. We are rejecting, yes, Lord, if he wanted, so he can manifest in front of anyone as Nirakara Brahman. And also he is having infinite qualities. We are accommodating both thoughts, but they are not accommodating.
So Chama Prabhu, it seems like thought is creating the image of Lord, you see.
No, not thought is creating. I'm not saying thought. The upasana, see, the upasana, what we do, so based upon that. So this is not that they are seeing some illusion, no, or some imagination. They are not seeing any illusion or any imagination. They are seeing the original thing only, but they are not seeing the completely. Example, simple thing. If you are far from any mountain, so if you are very far from the mountain, you will be seeing that mountain from here, just one plain matter is there and nothing. That means no trees, no animals, no rivers, nothing you will be seeing. So, but if you go very close to that mountain, and you will be seeing the different flowers, different animals, and also pond and different things you'll be seeing on that mountain. So what it mean? That means these two visions, that means what two different understandings about that one object are wrong. Nothing is wrong. Actually, both are right only. but one is incomplete, another is complete. So Brahman realization, we are not saying it's wrong. Are we saying it is wrong? We are saying that realizing the Supreme Brahman is incomplete, we are saying. And if you want to realize even fully, when you have the complete devotion in your heart, then you can see him clearly. Then you can see his glories. When you have the lack of devotion, then you'll be seeing him, that means without any qualities. It's very clearly and logical actually. Like you have some defect in your eyes. Because of that defect, so you are not able to see him. And so example, you have some kind of eyesight, and at that time you will be seeing that everything is as just like one, and you cannot, because vision power is gone less, and everything is looking like just a plain thing. So that object is having any defect in this? No. And you are seeing anything wrong? No. You are seeing the partially something because of some problem in you, that means some lacking in you. Because of that, you are seeing that whole thing, that means with partially you are seeing. You are seeing partially. But when you have that means full sight, then you are be seeing this red color, green, white, different, this light, and this pillar is having this color, everything you are seeing. So that means what? The object is not changing. What you are seeing, the object is one only. But what is changing? What is the difference between the first person, second person? Is the only the way of seeing. The way of seeing is the. And also, can you say it's the wrong? They are not seeing the sheep. Otherwise, the silver in the shell. No, is it like that? Seeing the silver in the shell is the illusion. But seeing the object partially, it is not illusion, it is incomplete. Understanding? It's not illusion. We are not saying that seeing the Brahman is illusion. No. Seeing Brahman, that means seeing the Lord as Brahman, is incomplete. And it is not, see, Lord is not, that means when they see this, when you are seeing the hill, so it is looking like the plain thing. That means this object is imagined like that. No, it is not imagined. You are missing some attributes of that mountain. So that means you are missing some details of that mountain. So that's why this vision is not wrong, but it is incomplete. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Kanai Krishna Prabhu was explaining the first verse of the Bhagavatam and giving 5 meanings of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and he said there is Mukhya, Gauna, and Vyanjana Vritti. Vyanjana means Lakshana, or it's different?
Vyanjana. So it is also another kind of giving meaning. So I will let you know so when I explain those. Okay. Come to our discussion. So that's why taking the word meanings is not random, and anyone and anything can be done. No. So it is systematic, and it is following the certain rules and regulations. We are following the certain rules and regulations. Okay. Huh?
Vritti, when he was explaining to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yeah, that's why. That means without any proper context, if you take the Lakshana Vritti of the words, then you will be deriving some new philosophy. Yeah. Lakshana and Gauna, you are asking difference. Lakshana. Sometimes he's taking Gauna also, both. Where?
Would you Can you quickly again explain the difference between Lakshana and Gona, just in 2 words? So Gona is secondary and Lakshana.
Lakshana and Gona, you are asking difference. Gona means when, see example, by saying example, there is a characteristics are there. So example is this brahmachari is a tiger. You are saying this brahmachari is tiger. So when in this sentence, this brahmachari is tiger. When you say this tiger word is not carrying the main meaning. Main meaning means, what is the main meaning? The animal which is having the 4 legs and big ferocious teeth and ferocious face and sharp teeth. So this is the main meaning of tiger actually. But now we are, what kind of meaning we should take? Only the kruratvam and suratvam. That means tiger means you should take the few qualities of the tiger, not the completely tiger. Okay. So this is the Gauna Vritti, Gauni Vritti actually. This is, that means the characteristics, when the object, that means the meaning of that word is having some characteristics. In that few characteristics, if you take, not the complete. So example is what? Word tiger is there. And what is the meaning of that word tiger? The animal which is having this shape and also some qualities. So now in the Gauni Vritti, what we are taking, the word tiger means you are not taking the entire object, but few qualities in that. So in the Lakshana case, what? So Lakshana case is a little difference is there, very slight difference. It's not a big difference actually. If you see Lakshana and Gauni. So in the case of the Lakshana, since there is a impossibility of that, taking the main meaning. So you will be taking the just the very close to that. So there is some little difference. So when I will explain that little difference is there. Okay, it is very close is there, then that will take. So it's not there completely in the mind, no. So okay, I'll explain later. Lakshana vritti can have jahad lakshana, ajahad lakshana, jahadahajal lakshana, but Gauni is not having that features. So those things I will explain once again. Jahad lakshana, ajahad lakshana, jahadahajal lakshana. These are all various systems how to take the meanings. समझ रहे हैं ना श्यामानंद प्रभु? Huh? What? Oh, oh, cha. I'm not able to see you actually. That's okay. I like this. Okay. Okay. My laptop, your face. So next, what we have to discuss? Karuna Sindh Prabhu, where we are. What we have to discuss in the text? Oh, cha. System is that. Which system? Your body or your laptop? अथ नमस्कुर्वन्नेव तथा भूतस्य श्रीमद्भागवतस्य तात्पर्यतत् हृदया निष्ठापर्यालोचनया संक्षेपतः तावन्निर्धारयति स्वसुखनिवृतचेतास्तद्युधस्तान्यभावो व्यजितरुचिरलीलाकृष्टसारस्तदीयम् व्यतनुत कृपया यस्तत्त्वदीपं पुराणम् तम् अखिलं रुचिनग्नं व्याससूनं नतोऽस्मि. This is Anuched in 19. It's not there in the book, in the files what we give. Oh, acha. I saw. I'm sorry. Actually, I thought it is given. Uh-huh. So that means we are reaching. We are very soon. We are going to complete Tattva Sandarbha. Very quickly we are going actually. How many? No, no. Very less text is remaining actually. Maybe some 30% of text is only pending. So that's why I'm thinking, what should I do? So if I finish, so uh, then, then we don't need it that 60 hours also now. Maybe within huh? So what I will do, so after if I finish that is maybe within 10-15 days. So then we'll be having the till May 18th, 1 month, one more time. So, but in this time I will be starting some other Sandarbha. But after the semester, we'll be starting the Bhakti Sandarbha. Okay? Bhakti Sandarbha will start from the, because that Sandarbha will stop. Maybe Bhagavad Sandarbha will start for this. Uh, uh, but okay, many devotees may not relish that. So yeah, so that's why. Yeah, I will do that also. So we'll be having thorough testing every day. Two people. I will ask the half an hour giving the so some topic and take and give the presentation, and look that we will do some days, few days, and after that, so we'll completely wind up Tattva Sandarbha. So that online students also will be, that means fully satisfied, and then for the on-site students till May 18th, I will be continuing the Bhagavad Sandarbha, and then after that, so I will be opening the, that means we'll start the Bhakti Sandarbha again in the June 18th. June 18th, I will start the Bhakti Sandarbha. So then for that, we'll be having online students also, because we'll once again get the registrations for that. And that I'll club both. Because by that time, so I will be getting the time also to the advertisement, and also registrations purpose. So that's why. So Bhakti Sandarbha course will be having the online, but Bhagavad Sandarbha, whatever is in the 1 month, no online actually. That is just in on site we'll be doing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mahaseva Prabhu.
Roji, we should also be given opportunity to participate in Bhagavad Sandarbha's classes. Why you discriminating?
Our promise is only Tattva Sandarbha for online.
Not promise, Roji, but we should also get that opportunity if we are interested. And if those not interested, they can drop. That is a different book itself. But those who are interested can join. And this system is already established, Prabhuji, so there is no further extra effort or anything like that.
Anyway, I have to discuss with our management also. So
Yes.
because that course is systematic course, no? So Tattva Sandarbha. So that is finished, then what should be done? So academic team will take the
Because
decision.
later on, if you do, then also it's okay, Prabhuji, but probably you may not do later on. After doing Bhakti Sandarbha, probably Bhagavad Sandarbha, later on you may not do.
Bhagavad Sandarbha, I will do systematically after Bhakti Sandarbha. That means in the second year. So this year, so you see like this, Prabhu. June 18th, we'll be starting Bhakti Sandarbha, and we are going to finish this by the February. We will be having the 3 modules in the Bhakti Sandarbha. So that means we have total 340 Anuchedas. 100 Anuchedas will be having as the levels actually, like that, or otherwise divisions. So we'll be having the registration online also, registration for the 100 Anuchedas. So and like this 100 Anuchedas, and so like this by the February ending we'll be finishing this. So this Bhakti Vaibhav student also will be clear. That means there we promise that for the Bhakti Vaibhav students we'll teach Tattva Sandarbha and the Bhakti Sandarbha. That we will do. So then whoever is living, so they can leave. And after that, if someone wants to continue on the on-site, so those will be started hearing the other Sandarbhas, Bhagavad Sandarbha back. They will be hearing the Bhagavad Sandarbha once again at that time. So that means next year in the March, we are going to start the Bhagavad Sandarbha. That is a target actually. Yeah. Sumati Mataji. Your voice is not audible, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhuji.
Pranam Mataji. Your voice is not audible.
Prabhu, I was saying that yes, we also want to do the course in the meantime. Bhakti Tattva Sandarbha, Prabhu.
Bhakti Sandarbha, actually we'll be opening the registration, Mataji, online once again. So systematically that course will be announced actually. So in that, when you register, then you can attend the online classes. Yes. Okay. But we have to engage now. Before starting the Bhakti Sandarbha, I need to engage the on-site students. That's why I'm thinking. So starting off some Sandarbha. So for meanwhile, for that 1 month time, maybe for not more than 1 month, less than 1 month time. Okay. So that means I encourage all the Tattva Sandarbha students once again to register for the Bhakti Sandarbha. So I request. So it's up to you. And yeah, that will be, so the classes will be started in June, from June 18th onwards, maybe June 19th or 20th in this month, this year only, June 18th onwards. This is for the online students. Okay. 19th Anuched the file. So I should ask the Madhav Kiran Prabhu to send, because so he will be taking out and making the file and sending. So I was in some illusion actually. I was thinking that I sent this, but I came to know. Now what is happening in this? This Sutta Goswami was paying obeisances to the Sukadeva Goswami. Atha namaskurvanyeva tatha bhutasya Srimad Bhagavatasya tatparyam. बुक में है, उसे कैसे से you can all see also like this. I can show. No laptop. I don't have in laptop. अथ नमस्कुर्वन्येव तथा भूतस्य श्रीमद्भागवतस्य तात्पर्यं तद् वक्तृहृदय निष्ठा पर्यालोचनया संक्षेपतः तावन् निर्धारयति. While paying obeisances to the Sukadeva Goswami, Sutta Goswami, in brief, he concluded the heart of the Sukadeva Goswami. Whatever is there in the heart of the Sukadeva Goswami. Sutta Goswami briefly concluded or determined or concluded. What he concluded? About the thing which is there in the heart of Sukadeva Goswami. Hridaya Nishtha. That means Tad Vaktru Hridaya Nishtha Paryalochanaya Sankshepatah Tavat Nirdharayati. So this sloka, Swasuka Nibruta Chetas Tad Vyudhastanya Bhavo Pyajita Ruchira Leela Krishta Sarastadiyam Yatunata Krupaya Yas Tattva Deepam Puranam Tam Akila Vrijanignam Vyasa Sonam Natosmi. So this sloka is nothing but what? It is about the heart of the Sukadeva Goswami, who is the speaker of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, what we have to do? We understood Srimad Bhagavatam is the emperor's scripture. So, what is there in that? That means Prameya. Srimad Bhagavatam is the Pramana or not? This is the Pramana, emperor Pramana. And it is telling about what? It is telling about the Prameya. Na? Pramana tells about Prameya. Prama, what is the definition of Pramana? What it does? Pramana gives the Prameyam. Yes? Pramanam gives the prameyam. Yeah? Is it like that? Pramanam, what it does? Tapomay, Prabhu. What is the role of Pramanam? What it make? Pramanam gives the prameya. Pramanam gives the prameya. Then what is the? You are all not studying actually. It's like this. Just you. Tell me, Ujjwala. What is prameyam? Tell. It gives the knowledge of. You are Ujjwala. Please, you all go through this once again. Whatever we discussed, it's just to keep on discuss with your friends together. You become batches and discuss, and after that, teach to some others. Then you will get 75%. And then by the time, still I am also everyone. So keep on learning only. So by teaching, you will be learning more. If you don't teach, your knowledge, patan. So Brahmana means he has to teach and he has to study regularly till the end of the life. He has to do this. It's not that I studied and I done. No, I'm done. No, it's not. So that's why whatever we are learning here, that has to be taught. That is a real service actually, service to the acharyas. Whatever we learn, that we have to distribute actually. Then why they took so much austerity to write this book? And they wrote, and then you have to spread these glories of this knowledge. Then that is the real service. Hai na, bro? Samanand, bro. So that's why we should teach. You take the students and teach, keep on teaching. And then when there is a demand of when there is a duty of the teaching, then automatically you will become serious. Otherwise, in your whole life, I will teach, I will read, you will never read actually. But when there is some responsibility of teaching, then immediately you will becoming the serious and you will try to learn. And definitely some mistakes will be there, no problem. You are not the perfect human being. So, but your intention is good. Your intention is spreading the glories of the acharyas. That is perfection. Since intention is good, you are perfect. But some errors will be there, and those will be rectified by the time. Time will reduce that. Slowly it will go. So that's why, please. So you just spread it. Then you can also learn more and more. Okay. I will explain the coming Anucheda, next Anucheda in tomorrow's class. And also I will send the file. Hare Krishna. Any question? Anything? Srila Prabhupada ki.